The binding treaty on transnational corporations and human rights is a historical opportunity to hold transnational corporations accountable for crimes and human rights violations, as well as environmental pollution and other violations that they are committing throughout the world, enjoying them being transnational and being able to operate outside of national frameworks without sufficient instruments and tools to hold them accountable. So we are in a process in which enough states committed to the process to begin with, but now that we are actually getting to understanding what it actually means to hold corporate power accountable and to limit its scope, and we have to remember that today corporations are actually the majority of the global economic entities in the world. So most of the capital in the world today is in the hands of corporations and not states. So we are really seeing what can we do within the political institutions that are there to serve the needs of the people with the current state of power in the world. And so let's see what's happening when we are trying to challenge this corporate power, what happens when we are trying to challenge corporate impunity, and what are the possibilities that we still have today within our human rights systems. %85% of sweatshop workers are young women aged 18 to 25, and this is just one example to how women are actually suffering from human rights violations in terms of workers' rights, as indigenous women, as workers in trade unions. Women are organizing for their rights and for gender-specific violations that they are facing. So women are both disproportionately affected by corporate crimes and impunity, but also at the forefront of struggles. And I think it's not accidental that we have so many women here from the civil society, both NGOs and grassroots, leading a very strong voice for justice and rights, as we have always done. It is critical that we realize that as citizens and non-citizens today, we cannot be 100% sure that politicians are representing our interests. There are major corporate interests in play, and so it's a matter of us taking into our own hands our future, our economy, our social and economic life, and inform ourselves, be clear on what our priorities are, and be clear whether we want a society that puts human rights and human life before profits. And it's our responsibility to make this happen. So I would say to inform ourselves, to take action, and to demand accountability from our government, because there are corporate lobbyists pressuring them at this very moment. So we want to be there united as people who are very clear about what is it that we need.